Hey, it's Dave here from Studio PKH with a tip for you for anybody using a DAW. Doesn't necessarily have to be Cubase, which is what I use. But if you're looking to streamline your workflow a little bit, but can't quite justify the cost of a full-on control surface, this is a little hack that I found. And likely it's not new by any stretch of the imagination, but it seemed to make sense to me, and I thought I would share. So I find it to be tedious using the mouse with transport controls in Cubase, having to constantly sort of search out, okay, where's my stop, where's my record, my cycle recording, et cetera, et cetera. And so one of the things, because I can't quite justify the cost of a full-on control surface for what I do here at home, one of the things that I discovered that I think helps quite a bit is offloading the virtual transport controls to your keyboard. So what we're going to do here is this is my Cubase window. And what I've done, my keyboard, I was lucky enough that it actually has dedicated function controls. And so within Cubase, what I did was I set up in the key editor, I actually went in and reassigned some of the key controls to the function buttons that I use. Now, Cubase specifically, there's key controls that are defaulted in the software. But I found for my purposes that they were kind of all over the place, didn't make a lot of sense, and I wanted a quick go-to for all of my basic needs. So what you can see here, and again, this is quick and dirty, you can actually buy dedicated keyboards for whatever DAW you're using. You can buy keyboard stickers, pre-made keyboard stickers. All of those things are really, really expensive in my opinion. Little bit of tape, a little bit of black marker, and this is what I did up for myself. So it's worth noting that F1 is a control key that you cannot override apparently, at least not in Cubase, which makes sense because that's how we get to the help button in Cubase. But for the other 11 buttons that I had access to, these are the transport controls or the functionality that I use the most within Cubase. So first up, start and stop into a single button. And I think, yeah, I have to switch over here. So start and stop will actually start and stop your DAW. If I go to a track that's I don't mind goofing around with, next up is the record button, which will automatically throw the track into record and start my pre-count. Go ahead and stop that. I can activate my cycle recording if I want to loop and just practice on a particular piece. Next up is go to beginning, go to end, and then just the fast forward functions within those two. Next up, if I grab, say, my master drum track and hit my VST, it'll bring up Easy Drummer 2, which is what I use for all my drums. The key editor in this particular song is not working, only because I don't have any MIDI programmed within Cubase itself. I keep everything right now within Easy Drummer 2. But then a dedicated button to bring up my mixer into another window so I can throw that up on my second monitor. And then lastly, and again, I haven't used it in this song, but if I want to see the tempo track. So yeah, I find that has helped quite a bit actually. I'm still getting used to trying to go to those keys when I'm actually doing things, but I find that it's streamlined the process a lot for me. I hope that helps. If you got questions, leave them in the comment box below. I would love it if you find this video useful, if you could like it and maybe subscribe to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great start to 2020, and yeah, we will see you soon.